Hello, my friends. Welcome here. I'm Aimee Esther. I live with multiple chronic illnesses and I'm a hypochondriac. If you live with pain, fatigue, unwanted symptoms, and it's taken you a long time to get answers, you may have been told you're a hypochondriac. You may have not been told it, but people have acted like you're a hypochondriac. Oxford Languages says it's a person who is abnormally anxious about their health. Mayo Clinic says an obsession with the idea of having a serious but undiagnosed medical condition. Symptoms include a long-term and intense fear of having a serious condition and a worry of minor symptoms indicate something serious. A person may frequently visit or switch doctors. My friends, that is what I did for a very long time. I was abnormally anxious about my health. So with my story, without going into all the details because I have many videos on it, I would go to doctors. They'd test me for all these things and they were all negative. So then they'd send me to a different doctor or to a specialist. And then they'd do the same thing. And they'd give me colonoscopies and stomach scopes and things were coming back normal. Or if anything was abnormal, it wasn't that big of a deal and wouldn't cause such severe symptoms. I had intense fear about having a serious condition. I felt what was happening and the tests would come back normal, get more anxious. So what if something is wrong and we're not finding it? I didn't feel like they were minor symptoms, but they were being come across as minor symptoms. I also started to look into other symptoms that were minor because the major symptoms weren't coming up with anything. Things like my feet turning purple. And I mentioned that to doctors and they just roll their eyes and oh, you're just cold. No, actually, my blood is getting trapped at the bottom of my feet. And we found that out later that is why. A person may frequently visit doctors or switch doctors. They would recommend me switching, or I'd get so frustrated with a doctor that they weren't listening to me that then I would find a different doctor. I know that when you hear hypochondriac, you typically think of someone who is making it up in order to get attention. Okay, was I doing that? No, I didn't want the attention. It gave me a lot of stress. It made me feel like at one point that it was all in my head. And I told myself, this is not a real thing. I pretended that everything was fine and that I was just making it up and that I was just trying to get attention. And I got worse and worse and worse at that point because I didn't listen to the symptoms that were telling me, slow down, sit down, you're going to pass out. You are in a lot of pain. You really need to take things slower. No, I didn't listen to that because I told myself that I was a hypochondriac and it was all in my head. Truth was, I was a hypochondriac. Let's be honest, if you are a hypochondriac who is not actually ill, who has no real physical pain, that is still a real illness, have a mental illness. That's a serious thing. And that's not to be taken lightly either. I just feel like I have to say that. But if you are having real physical symptoms, and no one's believing you, and you go to doctor after doctor, and you're getting anxious about your health, I want you to know you're not alone, that not only have I been there, but I've talked to so many people, my clients that I work with. I do life coaching for people who live chronically ill. Many of them have gone through that. Many people have commented on my videos who have gone through that. I know so many people who have felt that way, who have felt dismissed, who have been so anxious and so scared and either felt crazy or people acted like they were crazy when they were having serious real symptoms. We're going to fight this illness together. If you're not yet diagnosed, keep fighting, okay? Keep going. Keep searching because even though, yes, people will treat you like you're making it up. People will treat you like your pain doesn't really matter and that you should just get over it and everybody has problems. People will treat you like that. Here's the thing I've learned. No one else is going to do it. No one else is going to stand up for you. No one else is going to do it right. No one else, even people who absolutely love me and are there for me, even my husband, he's never going to be able to fully take care of me. I have to do that. I have to stand up for myself. I have to say, no, something is wrong with me. I feel it every day. It's affecting every part of my life. I can't live normally. And just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Even if you have pain from psychological symptoms, like you have anxiety and it causes you, stomach pain. I get really nauseous when I'm anxious. That is still a real symptom that I'm feeling, even if it's coming from my brain. And I think the hardest part about this whole thing is the lack of community. So, my friend, I wanted to introduce you to an idea that I have that's coming. And I just want to know how many of you are interested. It's not up yet. It is almost ready. So I will be starting a community, and it's not just like a Facebook group, although there will be a chat feature, but it's much more about getting support and help. I will be doing coaching, group sessions of coaching. There'll be also options for individual one-on-one coaching. There will be classes where we will deep dive into topics that will help us to live a better life. We will be doing this work together, although I would love to say that I am the expert who has everything figured out. I have a lot of things that I've worked on, a lot of things that I've learned, but I'm still working on a lot of aspects. And so we'll be going through things together, trying to find the best life possible. The goal of this program is to create more happiness, help you find your purpose, community, friendship, and joy in your illness. And I know how lonely it can be. I want this to be a place where we can talk to each other through video calls. We'll do live video calls. We'll do live classes where you can get on and talk to me face to face. It's going to be amazing. But I want to know if it's something people are interested in or if it's something that I'm just interested in. So if you're interested, just use the link in the description, fill out the form that I've left there, just so I can get an idea of what it is that you need, so I can make sure that it caters exactly to you, as well as just know, is this something that you want? If you don't have time to fill out the whole form, if you could just check, yes, I'm interested, that's all I need to know. Again, you're not signing up for anything, you're not paying anything. It's just to help me know whether or not this is a good avenue to go. YouTube is great, but when I work one-on-one with my clients, there's so much more change. There's so much more that we've been able to do, and I want to bring that to more people. And I understand that one-on-one coaching is too expensive for a lot of people, and working maybe with one person isn't the right thing. But having a community, working with many people, seeing other people who are going through what you're going through, not like a Facebook group where you're just there to complain with each other, or I don't know, I feel like they get kind of annoying when you go in those groups. I want something that builds each other up, where we can cry together, we can laugh together, and we can find the most joy, that we can increase our quality of life. That's the goal of this. So if you're interested, let me know in that link. And if you're a hypochondriac like me, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel, because this is what we do here, is we live with chronic illness together. And part of it is, being honest with ourselves when we realize, you know what, we are overly anxious about our health, and that's okay. All right, my friend, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video.